Ever wondered how our actions are changing the world around us, and not always for the better? From overflowing landfills to smog-choked cities, our planet is bearing the brunt of our progress, but it's more than just an eyesore. These man-made environmental disasters are a direct result of our actions, wreaking havoc on ecosystems and threatening the survival of countless species, including our own. So brace yourselves as we delve into the 5 most devastating man-made environmental disasters. Starting the countdown at number 5, we have the Aral Sea disaster. Once the world's 4th largest lake, the Aral Sea between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan is now a shadow of its former self. In a bid to boost the economy of the Soviet Union, vast irrigation projects were undertaken in the mid-20th century, diverting water from the rivers that fed the Aral Sea to cotton and rice fields. As a result, the sea began to shrink, and the increasing salinity of the remaining water devastated the local ecosystem. The fishing industry, once a lifeline for local communities, collapsed as fish species died out. The exposed seabed, laden with pesticides and salt, was swept up by the wind, causing health issues among the local population. The Aral Sea disaster is a stark reminder of how human interference with nature can lead to unforeseen disasters. Moving on to number 4, the Amazon deforestation. Now the Amazon is often referred to as the lungs of the earth, producing about 20% of the world's oxygen. However, this vital organ is under severe threat due to rapid deforestation. Illegal logging and farming practices are the main culprits behind this environmental tragedy. The lure of profit from the timber industry and the growing demand for agricultural land have led to the widespread clearance of this majestic forest. But what are the consequences? Well, they're far-reaching and alarming. The loss of biodiversity is staggering, with countless species being pushed to the brink of extinction. The deforestation also accelerates climate change, as the trees that once absorbed carbon dioxide are no longer there to do so. Furthermore, the indigenous tribes who have lived in harmony with the forest for generations are being displaced, their homes and livelihoods destroyed. The Amazon deforestation is a clear example of how our need for resources can destroy the very lungs of our planet. At number 3, we have the Pacific Garbage Patch. This colossal floating litter island didn't just appear overnight. It's the byproduct of relentless human littering and the natural motion of ocean currents, which have gathered the waste into one central location. The patch is a swirling vortex of plastic bottles, discarded fishing nets, plastic bags, and countless other forms of debris, most of them non-biodegradable. This massive garbage dump doesn't just mar the beauty of the ocean, it poses a significant threat to marine life. Sea creatures often mistake the plastic for food, leading to ingestion and entanglement. The toxins from the debris can also make their way up the food chain, potentially reaching our dinner plates. Moreover, the sheer size of the patch, which is twice the size of Texas, makes it a daunting task to clean up. It's a stark reminder of the consequences of our disposable lifestyle. The Pacific Garbage Patch is a floating testament to our throwaway culture. Taking the second spot, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Imagine this. It's the wee hours of April 26, 1986 in the Soviet Union. During a late-night safety test in Reactor 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, something goes awry. A sudden power surge triggers an explosion, releasing a cloud of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The fallout of this disaster was nothing short of catastrophic. The immediate area was rendered uninhabitable, and thousands suffered severe health issues from radiation exposure. But the impact didn't stop at the borders of the Soviet Union. The radioactive cloud drifted over large parts of Western USSR and Europe, contaminating land and waterways. Yet the full scale of the disaster's health and environmental impact remains unknown. Chernobyl remains a chilling reminder of the potential devastation of nuclear power when things go wrong. And now the number 1 man-made environmental disaster, climate change. This silent yet deadly disaster is largely driven by greenhouse gas emissions, primarily carbon dioxide and methane. These gases trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere, leading to a steady increase in global temperatures, a phenomenon we know as global warming. The repercussions are far-reaching and devastating. Extreme weather events such as hurricanes and droughts are becoming more frequent and intense. Sea levels are rising, threatening coastal cities and island nations. Our planet's biodiversity is at risk as habitats change faster than wildlife can adapt. Climate change is the ultimate disaster, a ticking time bomb that threatens our very existence on this planet. So there you have it, the top 5 man-made environmental disasters: the Aral Sea disaster, the deforestation of the Amazon, the Pacific garbage patch, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, and the ongoing crisis of climate change. These disasters underscore the urgent need for sustainable practices. We must pivot towards a future of coexistence with our environment instead of exploiting it. Remember, the power to change the course of these disasters lies in our hands. Let's not be the authors of our own destruction.